Hello everyone. We're going to make a blueberry cobbler today. This is a very easy dessert and it's delicious. Win-win. Also, there's a surprise twist to the cobbler. Let's get into it. You have a bowl of flour and you're going to add your sugar to that. Next, you're going to add some baking powder. Make sure you get all of it. And lastly, some salt. There's your dry ingredients, folks. We're going to take a whisk and give it a little whiskey. Make sure all those ingredients are incorporated, and we're going to add milk. I decided to do half at a time. I do not see why you can't add it all at once, but that's just what I did. If you want the actual recipe, there's a link down in the description, so go down there and click on it, and you will get to my website, and you will get the recipe. And we're mixing the rest in here. I have some melted butter, pouring it into my baking pan, and make sure you get it all with that spatula, right? Okay, every single drop, and there you go. Nope, there's a little more. Okay, I think that's yeah, there it is. Next, we're just going to pour our batter into the pan. Do not stir. You are just pouring it in. Cobblers are an American deep dish fruit, dessert, or pie with a thick crust. Usually it's a biscuit crust and a fruit filling. Some versions are enclosed in the crust, while others have a drop biscuit or crumb topping. Here is the jam part, and we're also just going to drop it in and not stir. It is really the American settlers' attempt to make the British sweat pudding. Boiled, steamed, or baked pudding made with wheat flour or suet. I don't know how to say it, but it is hard fat from mutton found around the kidneys. Often with breadcrumbs, dried fruit, seeds, and raisins, and other preserved fruits and spices. Without the proper ingredients and equipment, the cobbler was born. The appearance of the topping resembles a cobblestone road. This is most likely the origin of the name. And there's the jam. I just dropped it in. It was really good jam, actually, low sugar. So we're gonna, oh, look what happened. My pan is leaking. Oh well, that's cooking. Things happen. Anyways, cobblers. This recipe, we're just gonna stick it in the oven there. This recipe, from my research, would be called, I guess it's a variation on a dump cake. Not an appetizing name, but apparently some sources have suggested the cakes became popular in the 1950s. Oh, look at that beautiful cobbler. So let's just let it cool off. Anyways, the dump cake, it became popular in the 1950s following the emergence of prepared cake mixes after World War II, like I guess Duncan Hines would be the first one. First company. A 1968 article on the dump cake described the recipe as going rounds in the United States Midwest at the moment. And guess where this recipe came from? You guessed it, the state of Indiana, which I believe is in the Midwest. Now let's get back to our cobbler. Here it is, folks. It's not the most beautiful thing, but it almost looks like a big open-faced pie, doesn't it? Well, let's cut it up and figure this out. What I like about this style cobbler is you get to choose how much cake or biscuit to jam ratio you want. So you could just take the cake off the edge. I mean, there's a little bit of jam on there, or pie filling. You could call it whatever you want. I had some raspberries in the fridge, so I made a little raspberry compote or sauce, you might call it. I decided to make it a little pretty, so I cut the edges off there, and we're just going to take this nice little piece of cobbler and place it on top of the raspberry sauce. And it really is an easy recipe, isn't it? Not much going on there. but believe it or not, it is delicious. You're going to like it, so you should try it out. Now, here's the fun part. Look, you get to decide how much pie filling goes onto your cobbler. You might be someone that isn't a super fruit person. You don't even have to put any on it. Look at that. You just grab a spoon and you start scooping away. Scooping away. And it is interesting that in my research, there are so many variations to a cobbler. A lot of them are coming from the South, and some of them are savory with a tomato filling. And check it out. Isn't it nice? It's pretty. It's shiny, nice blueberry preserves on there, good crumb. Thanks for watching, guys, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.